After watching this entire video, probably never going to doubt commercially made omelets or even commercially raised hens. That's because these hens are kept in environments which in many cases are cleaner, more controlled, and more optimized than what's possible at home. The precision of modern poultry operations ensures food safety and consistency, something that might be harder to guarantee in domestic setups. These controlled environments, often equipped with climate control, sanitary flooring, and automated feeding systems, provide ideal conditions for the hens. They are routinely monitored by veterinarians and technicians who ensure the birds remain healthy and stress-free, resulting in not just ethical practices, but higher quality eggs. Now, take a look at this fully automated egg handling system. As hens lay their eggs, smart robotics and conveyors carefully collect them, while the hens remain comfortably focused on feeding and laying. Every egg is safely transferred to moving belts, reducing the risk of damage or contamination. This early collection is key to preserving freshness and maintaining hygiene. Each egg travels a remarkably short path from nest to belt, minimizing the time spent in unregulated conditions and allowing for streamlined traceability throughout the supply chain. Once gathered, eggs enter processing stages that were once labor-intensive and time-consuming. Today, sophisticated automation has transformed this journey. Robotic systems organize and move eggs seamlessly, guiding each one through inspection, grading, and sorting with incredible precision and care. The robots are programmed to handle a variety of egg sizes, colors, and shell conditions instantly, detecting inconsistencies through visual recognition software. These advanced machines significantly reduce human handling, which not only improves sanitation but also drastically lowers the chances of cross-dash contamination. You might wonder why all this attention on eggs. Simple. Eggs are a nutritional powerhouse. They're packed with high-quality protein, essential vitamins, and antioxidants that support muscle repair, brain and heart health, and even weight management. Eggs contain vital nutrients like choline, which supports cognitive function, and selenium, an antioxidant that helps protect cells from damage. They're affordable, versatile, and adaptable to countless diets. Whether scrambled, poached, boiled, or turned into gourmet omelets, they're an irreplaceable part of global cuisine. Let's face it, who actually enjoys juggling breakfast with early morning chaos? Not me. I barely recognize myself in pre-dawn scrambling scenes. With automation, even your grab-and-go breakfast can have that homemade taste without the mess. These robotic systems come with advanced sensors and soft grip mechanisms that handle each egg gently. Designed to mimic human hands, but with far more consistency. These systems can handle thousands of eggs per hour with minimal cracking. Next, egg trays are washed under high-pressure water sprays for thorough sanitation. This wash cycle removes dust, manure traces, and other debris, followed by a mild sanitizer rinse to eliminate harmful bacteria. After drying, every egg is visually inspected to ensure there are no cracks, blemishes, or spoilage, a critical step in guaranteeing your omelet is fresh and flawless. In some systems, ultraviolet lights are used for sanitization and micro-crack detection, taking safety protocols. A step further, then comes the automated egg separating stage. Robotic arms crack eggs reliably, separating yolks from whites with non-intrusive precision, and crucially, without risking shell fragments sneaking into the mix. These high-speed systems use ultrasonic vibration or mechanical grippers to gently crack eggs with pinpoint accuracy. Any yolks that don't pass quality checks are promptly flagged and removed, ensuring only the finest content moves forward. This ensures consistent texture and nutritional profile for each omelet. Meanwhile, the shell fragments are collected in a separate stream to be repurposed, sometimes for agricultural lime, or even as calcium additives in feed. The eggs, now carefully separated, flow through tailored nozzles and are whisked in exactly the right proportions designed for creating that perfect omelet base. It's mesmerizing to see the liquid glide along each production lane like clockwork. Precise, consistent, clean. Automated mixers keep the blend perfectly homogenized, ensuring even cooking across batches. And yes, the system even dispenses the just right amount of oil to prevent sticking and guarantee uniform cooking. The oil used is often high quality and temperature controlled, sometimes even infused with subtle flavors depending on the recipe variant being produced. Watch those rising bubbles in the whisked eggs. They're a sign of the omelet's nearing perfect doneness. At around 98% cooked, the smart rollers take over and roll each omelet flawlessly. No sticking, just smooth, tight rolls. These machines adjust in real time to the omelet's texture and thickness, ensuring the roll is snug and aesthetically pleasing. A closer look reveals their impressive functionality. Perfect texture, no damage, a joy to watch. It's a level of visual and culinary perfection that's rarely achieved in manual cooking. Once rolled, omelets pause briefly in collectors. This short pause isn't idle. It ensures that they cook evenly from the inside out, achieving consistent texture throughout. This temperature-holding phase mimics a resting period in home cooking, where the residual heat ensures the center is just right, neither too soft nor overcooked. This adds to the final quality, giving each omelet a satisfying bite with no sogginess or dryness. This entire automated production line, from egg collection through rolling and packaging, underscores how clean, efficient, and dedicated industrial systems are. The goal? To make your life easier by delivering delicious, reliable omelets quick, hygienic, and flawless at scale. These facilities undergo rigorous inspections. Many are certified under international food safety standards like ISO 22000 or HACCP. Workers oversee multiple checkpoints with backup systems and manual override options in place to handle exceptions or unexpected issues. After cooking, the rolled omelets are gently cooled using auto arms and placed on conveyors before being packed. Cooling prevents condensation inside the packaging, which could otherwise lead to spoilage or textural changes. These systems can produce over 1,000 omelets daily. And looking at the speed, it's clear they breeze through the daily quota in no time at all. The packaging line is equally advanced, using vacuum-sealed pouches or eco-friendly containers that maintain freshness and extend shelf life without preservatives. But wait, there's more. Some freshly collected eggs are diverted to another facility for boiling and shell removal. These boiled eggs are then chilled in fresh water and go through an automated shell extraction process that leaves neat, intact egg idle for quick snacks or ready-to-use ingredients. Shell removal process uses gentle vibration and pressure to release the eggs from their shells without damaging the delicate white. The peeled eggs are then sorted, sometimes sliced or diced, and packaged in various formats from salad toppers to bento box editions. Boiled eggs are a versatile and nutritious addition to any meal. They offer a quick and satisfying protein boost, are perfect for a busy day, and are beloved in cuisines around the world. With commercial-scale automation, they can be prepared at scale while maintaining homemade-level freshness and appeal. Whether you're grabbing a breakfast sandwich, making a bento box, or reaching into the fridge for a midday protein snack, there's a good chance automation helped get that egg to your plate in perfect condition.
Did you know that Florida alone produces over 70% of the US's oranges? Enough to fill more than 4 Olympic swimming pools with juice every single day? But what really happens after these oranges are picked? Join Factory View behind the scenes as millions of tons of oranges are harvested, peeled, squeezed, boiled, and bottled, transformed into the orange juice and marmalade that power your breakfast. Welcome to citrus country. Here in places like Florida's Indian River region and California's Central Valley, the landscape stretches for miles with vibrant rows of citrus trees, each one a vital player in a $3 billion US orange industry. It begins with a bloom. Each spring, orange trees burst into fragrant white flowers, an essential stage in the life cycle of the fruit. These blossoms attract bees and other pollinators, ensuring a healthy fruit set. From flower to mature fruit, it takes anywhere from 7 to 9 months, depending on the variety. Maintaining a productive orange grove requires constant attention. Farmers monitor soil moisture, nutrient levels, and pest activity daily. Many large-scale farms now use precision agriculture. Drones and satellite imaging help farmers identify areas that need water or fertilizer. Water is carefully managed through irrigation systems. In California, drip irrigation delivers water directly to the roots to reduce evaporation. In Florida, overhead sprinklers are often used to protect fruit from unexpected frost during the winter months. When the fruit reaches full ripeness, typically between October and June, depending on the variety, it's time to harvest. While machines are increasingly common, Hand picking is still widely used to protect the fruit's integrity, especially for premium products like fresh market oranges. On larger farms, mechanical harvesters can process thousands of trees a day. These machines gently shake the trunks while padded catch frames gather the falling fruit, funneling them into conveyor bins that keep the oranges intact and clean. Once picked, the oranges are quickly transported to nearby processing facilities. Timing is crucial. Freshness affects not only taste, but also shelf life and juice quality. With a harvest complete and crates filled to the brim, these oranges have only just begun their journey. From the sun-soaked groves, they now head to the heart of the operation, where science, speed, and precision take over. Next stop, the processing facility. It's here that these freshly picked fruits are cleaned, sorted, and transformed into the everyday products we know and love, starting with the juice that fuels millions of mornings. After their journey from the groves, truckloads of fresh oranges arrive at sprawling processing plants, some of which handle up to 60 tons of fruit per hour. These are high-efficiency, high-tech operations designed to move fast while maintaining quality at scale. The process begins with unloading. Giant bins of oranges are tipped into stainless steel hoppers, which funnel the fruit onto conveyor belts. From here, the oranges begin their transformation from raw produce into the juices, concentrates, and byproducts that fill store shelves worldwide. The first stop, a deep clean. Oranges are washed with high-pressure jets and soft bristle rollers that remove dirt, debris, and pesticide residues. Some facilities also use a mild food-safe sanitizer to further ensure the fruit is clean and safe. Next, it's time to sort. Advanced optical sorting systems use cameras, lasers, and infrared sensors to inspect every single orange. These machines grade fruit based on size, color, shape, and internal quality. Top-grade fruit may be sent to market as whole fruit, while slightly blemished or overripe oranges are directed to juicing lines. Severely damaged or underdeveloped fruit is removed entirely, sometimes repurposed for animal feed or compost. Before processing, the oranges might be temporarily stored in temperature-controlled holding areas, especially if they're part of a continuous production schedule. This helps maintain freshness and balances factory workflow during peak harvest periods. Inside the factory, each orange is carefully directed to its purpose, some destined for marmalade, some for essential oils. But most are headed for the star of the citrus world, orange juice. It's a staple in fridges around the globe, but turning fruit into that perfect, refreshing glass takes more than just squeezing. It's a complex process built on freshness, precision, and flavor. Oranges that are pre-selected for juice production are sent straight to the juice extraction line, the crown jewel of any citrus processing plant. Here, thousands of oranges are turned into fresh juice every hour using a mix of mechanical engineering and food science precision. Industrial juicing begins with precision cutting. Each orange is sliced in half and pressed by powerful extractors that mimic the action of a hand juicer, just on an industrial scale. The machines are designed to minimize oil and bitterness from the peel while maximizing juice yield from the pulp. The juice is separated from the rind and pulp. Rind is often diverted for essential oil extraction, while pulp can be added back into some juice types or used for marmalade and flavoring. Next comes filtration. While some juices are sold with pulp, others go through mesh screens or centrifuges that spin out solid particles, resulting in a smooth, uniform product. This is also where juice is tested for Brix level, a measure of sweetness, and adjusted if necessary using natural concentrates or blending. Quality control labs continuously monitor color, pH, and flavor consistency to meet strict standards. Every batch is sampled, tested, and logged to ensure it meets both regulatory and brand requirements. To make juice safe for consumption and extend its shelf life, it's pasteurized, quickly heated to around 185 degrees Fahrenheit, 85 degrees Celsius, for just a few seconds. This kills off harmful microbes without destroying flavor or nutrients. Many factories use flash pasteurization, a rapid method that helps preserve more of the fresh squeezed taste that consumers love. In some cases, the juice is turned into concentrate by removing water content under vacuum conditions. This reduces volume for shipping and storage. When it arrives at its destination, the concentrate is reconstituted with filtered water to create juice. Whether fresh or reconstituted, the final product is 100% orange juice, just in two different formats. Once pasteurized and cooled, the juice is moved into filling stations where it's bottled in cartons, plastic jugs, or single-serve bottles. Each container is filled, sealed, labeled, and stamped with a best-by date, all in a matter of seconds. Some facilities package up to 300 bottles per minute, destined for grocery shelves around the world. The final step is cold storage. Orange juice is kept chilled from the moment it's packaged until it reaches your fridge. This cold chain ensures the juice stays fresh, flavorful, and safe to drink. From Florida to Finland, California to Canada, juice from U.S. oranges reaches every corner of the globe. Juice may be the most famous orange product, but it's far from the only one. Once the juice is extracted, there's still value left in the peel, pulp, and zest. And that's where another beloved classic comes in. Welcome to the world of orange marmalade, a sweet, tangy spread made by transforming the parts of the fruit that would otherwise go to waste. Marmalade begins with a different kind of orange, usually Seville oranges. These are more bitter and aromatic than the sweet varieties used for juice. First, the whole oranges, peel, pith, and pulp are thoroughly washed and finely sliced. This step is critical. Too thick, and the peel will overpower the flavor. Too thin, and it loses that signature texture. Next, the fruit is soaked in water for up to 24 hours. This softens the tough peel and draws out bitterness from the pith while releasing natural pectin, essential for the marmalade's eventual gel-like texture. After soaking, the orange slices are boiled with water and a precise amount of sugar. The heat causes the natural pectin to react with the acid in the fruit, thickening the mixture into a sticky, golden preserve. Reaching the right temperature, usually around 220 degrees Fahrenheit, 104 degrees Celsius, is key to achieving the perfect set. This point is known as the gel stage. Once cooked, the hot marmalade is funneled into sterilized glass jars, then sealed airtight to preserve freshness. The jars are briefly inverted to sterilize the lids and then left to cool, locking in flavor and texture. From there, it's labeled, boxed, and shipped, destined for breakfast tables around the world. Step 5. Byproducts and sustainability. Even leftover pulp and peel scraps don't go to waste. Many factories convert them into cattle feed, biofuel, or natural cleaning products, making orange processing one of the most zero-waste food industries on the planet. It's a perfect balance of sweet and bitter, a breakfast tradition born from ingenuity, craftsmanship, and a little bit of citrus science. From juice to jam, zest to concentrate, every part of the orange is put to use. Oranges aren't just delicious. They're a nutritional powerhouse that supports a healthy life, one bite at a time. From grove to glass, from blossom to breakfast, every orange carries the story of sunlight, soil, science, and people. Behind every glass of juice, every jar of marmalade, and every peel is a global network of hard work and innovation that brings this iconic fruit to your table. So the next time you enjoy an orange, remember, you're tasting more than just fruit. You're tasting a legacy. Thanks for joining us on this citrus journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the foods that shape our world.
Welcome, everyone. Today, we're going to explore the fascinating journey of how croissants are made, from raw ingredients to the golden, flaky pastries we all know and love. The croissant is not just a pastry, it is an art form, a tradition, and a labor of love that goes back centuries. In fact, the very name croissant, meaning crescent in French, pays homage to its iconic shape and rich European heritage. The process begins with selecting the finest ingredients: flour, butter, yeast, sugar, salt, and milk. Each ingredient plays an important role in building the croissant's delicate structure. High-quality flour ensures the right gluten development to give strength and elasticity to the dough. Rich, high-fat butter is essential, as it gives the croissant its signature flavor, tender crumb, and those beautiful flaky layers. Yeast breathes life into the dough, helping it rise and ferment, while sugar adds sweetness and color. Salt balances the flavors, and milk contributes softness and depth. First, the dough is prepared by mixing the flour, sugar, salt, and yeast together, followed by the addition of milk and a bit of water. The dough is kneaded until smooth and elastic, a critical step that helps develop the gluten network needed for a light, airy interior. The kneading process requires care and patience. It must be just long enough to give the dough structure, but not so long that it becomes tough. Once the dough has rested and relaxed, it's time for lamination, perhaps the most magical and crucial technique in croissant making. A large, chilled slab of butter is encased within the dough. Then comes a series of folds and turns, usually 3 to 4, where the dough is rolled out and folded like a letter. This meticulous process creates hundreds of paper-thin layers of butter and dough. These layers are what give the croissant its signature flakiness and buttery aroma. The process takes hours and must be done in a cool environment to prevent the butter from melting into the dough too soon. After lamination, the dough is wrapped and chilled again before being rolled out one final time. It's then cut into long, slender triangles. Each triangle is gently stretched, then rolled from base to tip into that familiar crescent shape. These shaped croissants are then arranged on trays and left to proof, a gentle process where the yeast ferments the dough, causing it to rise, soften, and develop its nuanced flavors. This stage can take several hours and is sensitive to temperature and humidity. Once perfectly proofed, the croissants are brushed with a glossy egg wash that gives them their golden, shiny exterior. They're then baked in a preheated oven where the heat activates the yeast one last time, creating an impressive oven spring. The layers begin to separate, the butter steams, and the croissants puff up beautifully. The scent that fills the kitchen is unmistakable, rich, warm, and utterly inviting. When they come out of the oven, the outer crust is crispy, delicate, and shatters slightly when bitten. The inside reveals a soft, honeycombed interior that is tender, moist, and packed with buttery flavor. This contrast in texture, the crispness of the outside and the pillowy softness of the inside, is what makes the croissant so unforgettable. It's no wonder it has become a staple in bakeries and cafes around the world. Croissants are not only enjoyed plain, but are also the base for delicious variations. Pain au chocolat, almond croissant, ham and cheese-filled croissants, each one tells its own story. They're perfect as a breakfast treat with a strong coffee, or as a luxurious afternoon indulgence with a touch of jam or fresh fruit. So, the next time you enjoy a croissant, take a moment to appreciate the craftsmanship and care that went into making it. It is the result of precision, patience, and passion, a true culinary masterpiece that reflects generations of baking tradition and skill. The croissant, a golden, flaky, buttery crescent of joy, is more than just a beloved breakfast staple. It is the product of centuries of culinary history, cultural exchange, and evolution. Although today it's universally associated with French patisseries, the origins of the croissant stretch far beyond the borders of France and into the heart of Central Europe and the Ottoman Empire. Our story begins in the late 17th century, in Vienna, Austria. In 1683, the city was under siege by the Ottoman Turks. After a long standoff, the Ottomans attempted to dig tunnels under the city walls at night. But local bakers, who were already awake in the early hours of the morning, preparing bread, heard the digging and raised the alarm. The city was saved, thanks to their vigilance. To celebrate this victory, the Viennese bakers created a new pastry, shaped in the crescent moon emblem found on the Ottoman flags, symbolically devouring the enemy. This early croissant-like bread was called a kipferl, a common Austrian pastry that was less flaky and more bread-like than the croissants we know today. Fast forward to the late 18th century. Marie Antoinette, an Austrian princess who became the Queen of France, is believed to have introduced the kipferl to the French court. The French bakers, ever innovative, began to refine the pastry, using puff pastry techniques and layering dough with rich butter. The result was the modern croissant, light, airy, with countless delicate layers. By the 20th century, the croissant had become a defining feature of French culinary identity. Its preparation became a skilled art, requiring patience, precision, and craftsmanship. The dough is laminated, a process involving the folding of butter into dough multiple times to create thin layers. When baked, the water in the butter turns to steam, lifting the layers and giving the croissant its signature flakiness and rise. Today, croissants are made in bakeries and factories across the globe. In artisanal bakeries, the process remains manual, with bakers carefully rolling and shaping each piece by hand. In industrial settings, large-scale machines mimic the lamination process, ensuring consistency while still preserving the pastry's airy texture. Despite its mass production, the essence of the croissant remains, a symbol of comfort, refinement, and morning indulgence. It has inspired endless variations: chocolate-filled, almond-coated, ham and cheese-stuffed, and even vegan renditions. yet the classic remains timeless. The croissant, born from the clash of empires and molded by centuries of culinary evolution, continues to delight the world each morning, one buttery bite at a time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the making of croissants, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about the foods we love. From the humble ingredients to the final golden perfection, every step is a celebration of baking.